So the recording is started. I guess we should get started. Welcome to class, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Come on up to standing if you don't mind. Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Allow yourself to find the feet about shoulder width apart, a slight bend through the knees, grounding down through the hips. What that means is just allowing them to sit. Allow the left hand, please, to come just below the belly button. Allow the right hand to come just above your bum crack. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale, gently fold. Inhale up and exhale down. Try to keep the pelvis as stable as possible as you fold. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. As you come down, allow the left hand and the right hand to come to the knees. Nice and long, straight arms. We're going to inhale, lower down through the bum, hugging in through the core, and exhale, coming on up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, please, and exhale. This time when we come down, we're going to inhale and find our elbows, 1 and 2, on the thighs and the knees. And exhale, straighten. Inhale, come down. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, come down. And exhale, straighten. Thank you. Take the hands, please, to the shins. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend here, please. And go ahead and take the hands to the floor. Your knees can be bent as much as you'd like to. Take a deep breath, inhale. And exhale, keeping the hands on the floor. Straighten the legs as much or as little as you can. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Pause here. Allow yourself to bend through the right knee. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Bend the left leg. Straighten that left leg only. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Hold. Thank you. Bend through both knees. This time straightening through the right leg. Straighten. Bend. Straighten that right leg. Bend. Straighten that right leg. Bend. Straighten that right leg and hold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. Keeping the hands on the floor, gently bend the knees, touch the elbows, and straighten. Inhale, bend, and straighten. Inhale, bend, and straighten. Inhale, bend, and straighten. Thank you so much. Gently find the left knee touching the left elbow. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. If it's possible for you, please keep the heels on the floor. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Okay? Keep the right heel on the floor. Touch that right knee to the right elbow. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Thank you. Walk the hands a little bit further out. Take that left knee down toward that left wrist. And then straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Right knee to the right wrist. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten, bend, and straighten. Thank you. Bend the knees toward the wrists and hover them off the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on down. Big breath in, please. Big breath out. Walk the hands out. Straighten those arms. Take your hips just above the knees, please. Straighten those arms. Thank you. Allow yourself to slide back. Inhale. Exhale, forth. Try to drop the hips. Inhale back. Exhale, forth. Inhale back. Exhale, forth. Inhale back. Exhale, forth. Inhale back. Thank you. Take your left hand up. Point the fingers behind you. And let's go forward, bending that right elbow, straightening the left arm. Now bend the left arm, straighten the right elbow. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. We're going to switch left hand forward, right elbow bends. Bend the right elbow, bend the left elbow. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. Allow yourself to pause, taking both hands, pointing the fingertips back. Allow yourself now to sit back and feel that good stretch of the arms. Do me a favor, roll those shoulders back, lengthen through. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. Walk that left hand forward and feel the stretch there. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Draw it back. Draw that right hand forward. Press into that palm. Feel that stretch there. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. Try drawing both hands. Oh, feeling that deep stretch. Just for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Place the elbows to the floor. Now remember, if you need something for your knees, feel free to grab it. But otherwise, interlace the fingers, hug in through the core. Thank you. And now gently draw this left knee up and back. And lower. Up and back. And lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Interestingly here, I'd like you to externally rotate. That means take your toes and turn them outwards. Keep that same bend in the knee, but your toes are now turning outwards. With the toes turning outwards, try lifting that knee again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down, please. Take this right foot, please, the left foot, please, and now turn it to the right. We're internally rotating the foot. And try lifting there. 10, 9. Subtle difference, but it can be felt. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down, please. Thank you. Gently, easily, please. We're looking at the right foot. Draw it upwards and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. The toes of the right foot now turn out to the right. Lower and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Gently please turn the toes to the left, internally rotating. Hug in through the core, engage and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And gently pause. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Allow yourself to lengthen long. Find your tummy on the floor. Big breath in, big breath out. Now, if this is too much of a stretch because your back doesn't have that flexibility, feel free to come down. But if you can stay up on your elbows. For now, what I'd like you to do is to lengthen long through that left leg. Press that right foot into the floor. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And lift that left leg up. Got it? Lower and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. According to our regularly scheduled program, externally rotate the left toes, straighten that left leg. So my toes are now pointing outwards and to the left. Thank you. Staying there, take a deep breath, inhale and exhale, hug in through the core, press that right foot into the floor, lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And down. Thank you. Gently, please, rock that left heel to the left and the toes to the right. So now we are internally rotating our leg. Hug in through the core. And lift. 10. Oh, that's weak. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And relax. Whew. Thank you so much, everyone. Make sure that you're minding your back and that you're not going to be hurting it. Please take any breaks that you need. Thank you. Lengthen long through that right leg. Press the top of the left foot to the floor. Inhale, please. Now exhale, please lift that right leg for 10, 9. You've got this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Thank you. Externally rotate the toes, turn them out to the right, lower down. It's hard enough to hold the rotation for me, let alone lifting, but we'll try to lift now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And release, please. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. Allow yourself to please internally rotate so that my right heel goes to the right and my toes go to the left. Ooh, that's a tough stretch for me. Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. And now we lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and release. Let's continue to work on that a little bit, shall we? Gently bend that left knee and externally rotate the toes, meaning taking the left foot outwards to the left, and allow the inside of your foot now to come to the floor. Good. Try to press that arch into the floor. Try to press everything into the floor. Rotate that left hip down, and you'll feel some good stretch through the low back. Good. Inhale and exhale. Engage if you can, and maybe lift that left knee off the floor, but don't jeopardize it, okay? You're not jeopardizing the left knee, you're just feeling an engagement. Good. A lot of you are going to stay right here for the 10 count, and that's perfect because you're going to get a good stretch. However, some of you will be able to lift up that right leg as well. 10, 9, 8, 7, mind your knees, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower the right knee, release the tension on the left leg. Thank you. Now, we're not going to be able to do it as neatly as we did it on the other side, but can you please rotate your toes to the right? So we're going an internal rotation. Try to take the outside of your left foot to the floor. Just holding it there, I'm feeling quite a bit of stretch. I'm going to ask you to maybe feel more by pressing into it, lifting up that left knee by engaging that left leg. Good. If that's enough for you, stay. If you'd like to, go ahead and lift up through that right leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Beautiful. Amazing, everyone. Thank you. Gently take that right foot, externally rotate it. Put the inside of that right arch and leg to the floor. Engage that right leg, lifting that right knee. Good. And lift and hold. Oh, it's a big stretch. It's a nice isometric hold there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Taking that right foot, please, internally rotate it. That means taking the toes to the left and letting the outside of your right foot be on the floor. Oh, yeah. Feel that low back? Yes. Inhale and exhale. I certainly do, at least. And lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, everyone, and gently lower. Take the tops of both feet to the floor, shoulder width apart. Press them into the floor. Engage your legs so the knees are lifted off. Good. Hug in through the core. Lift that belly button, and see if you can't squeeze a little bit more of a back bend. Sphinx pose, cobra pose, whatever you'd like to. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale for 10, 9, 8. Try to press your big toe and your pinky toes into the floor as your knees are engaged off of the floor. Hug in that belly button to protect your low back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax down. Thank you. Gently take those heels, please, toward each other, but they don't have to touch. But definitely take the toes away from each other. Take both feet, the inside of the arches, to the floor. Ooh, I don't have to do anything and I feel the stretch. But once you do, feel like maybe you can lift the knees. If you can't, don't worry about it. Inhale and exhale, and then take a bit more of a back bend after you engage your core, lifting the belly button toward the spine to protect the low back. This is quite the stretch for me. I wonder if it is for you. You can go as high as you'd like to, but please be careful. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Thank you. Take those toes, please. Internally rotate them. Heels are apart. Good. This isn't as bad. My knees are automatically up, I guess, but it is kind of weak, especially when I take a deep breath, inhale, hug in through the core, and lift up through my belly. Taking a bit of a back bend for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Gently, easily, please squeeze yourself forward. Knees 1, knees 2. Drop your bum back. Oh, child's pose a little bit to feel that low back stretch. Inhale and exhale. Try to lengthen through the back as much as possible and then bend. And then you can fold as much as you'd like to, but just be mindful that your low back has been worked quite significantly. Thank you so very much. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let your back lengthen. Let it release. The hips were activated, deactivated. The back was challenged. Thank you for that. We're going to continue now on our backs, gently and easily, please. Coming onto your back. Hug the knees in toward the chest. You can roll left and right. And just feel the experience of your low back on the floor. And with your breathing, how there's a small curve just behind the belly button that lifts the low back away from the floor. This is called the lordotic curve, right under there. If your back is completely flat, that's actually not necessarily a good thing. It's not indicated. We need to have that curve because it acts like a shock absorber, like a spring. And if it's flat like that, then there is no curvature to lean into. It's like jumping off a height with straight legs versus supple legs. You know, the curvature is there as a safety sort of release valve. And what we're doing now is we're playing with the straightening and bending of that curve so that we can ensure that it is supple and active and healthy. Thank you. Here, let me show you what I mean. Allow yourself to take the feet to the floor. Inhale and exhale. Drive the heels into the floor. And in fact, drive your low back, your sacrum into the floor. Good. Got it? So my heels and my sacrum and bum are driving into the floor. Now lift your low back. Try to create that space so that you can stick your hand underneath your low back. Lift right up there at the belly button. Lift, 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 and hold. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. This is a back bend. We were doing it before. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Allow your belly button to squeeze toward the spine and then toward the floor, feeling like your low back curve flattens so that you can't take your hand underneath you, or if you can, a little bit less. This is a practice called imprinting in Pilates. Feel like you're taking that curve out of the back, not because we want to, but because we want to keep that curve supple. 10, 9, keep hugging in that belly button, keep pressing that low back into the floor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and find neutral, relax. So you got it? Our low back is curling up and it's curling down toward the floor. Let's try that again. Press into the feet, press into that sacrum. Inhale. Now exhale, lift that low back off the floor by curving that lumbar spine, accentuating, exaggerating that lordotic curve. For 10, keep your breathing please. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now take another deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Press your belly button down toward the spine. Feel like your low back is on the floor. Hold it on the floor. Imprint it on the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, please. Thank you. Now, I want you to take your left hand and right hand into your hip flexors. Keeping your hips down, draw the knees in. Now, notice that the closer your knees are, the space between your sacrum and your bum increases, meaning that you want to curl, right? So instead of just folding here at the hip flexor, you're curling your pelvis. And let's try to avoid that today. Lengthen long through this right leg. Step the left foot down. Take your left hand, please, into your left hip flexor. Now this right hip flexor is going to stay open because it's not curling. This left hand is going to remind this left hip to come down toward the floor. As we draw in, use that right hand. Good. Now keep pulling the left knee in toward you, keeping that bum down. It's quite subtle, so let's exaggerate a little bit. Let's not just pull this left hip down, but let's also push it away. So it's down and away. Down and away, lengthen, draw in, and hug this left knee in. Ooh, feel that? As this left knee gets hugged in toward your left shoulder, this left hand pushes your hip down and away from you. Like that. Oh, an interesting little stretch. Big breath in, big breath out, hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now let's see if that helped a little bit. Try to keep track in your mind at least whether or not this pelvis curls upwards. Let's try to keep it down. Draw that knee in as close as you can without curling, and then hug in. Oh. Now instead of pulling towards your shoulder, the first movement is to pull that knee and hip down. So push it down toward the floor. Once you push it down toward the floor, then you can draw in. That action where you push down toward the floor first helps you not to curve that low back and pelvis. And now draw in. See, it's very different when we do it this way, meaning that normally when we just yank, our low back and our pelvis curl. Here, we're pushing down first and we're drawing in. And now we're getting an honest stretch here at the hip flexor. And let's stay with that, please. It's subtle, it's challenging, but keep questioning if you're doing it correctly. And if you are doing it correctly, make sure that you memorize that action because it is extremely beneficial. Inhale and exhale. I find it also beneficial to, while I'm pushing down and then the knee toward me, is to take my heel and take it and rotate. And I'll find some tension spots around, oh yeah, right around there in my low back. Inhale and exhale, trying to get mobility by stretching. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax down. Wow. Lengthen there, and you hopefully will feel quite a bit of difference in the hips. Once again, taking that right hand, allow your right thumb and finger to come into this hip. As you gently draw this knee in, notice if you're curling or lifting or anything, try not to. Keep it down and pull in. I can feel myself compensating by scooping my pelvis all over the place. This part is like turning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you once again to not just push down, but push away. So my right hand pushes down at the hip and away from the hip to add a bit of activation and tension. And then as I draw in through this right knee with my left hand, I can feel an interesting sort of tractioning and stretch simultaneously. A tractioning is a lengthening sensation, I think, that you will be able to feel. Let's go now for 10, 9, 8, 7. This is when I would go around the room and help people to feel this with my hands, but I can't. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax down. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Wonderful. Allow this to come down and away. Once again, draw this right knee in. And then once you can keep that action without using your right hand, push down. So the force of action now is coming from the knee down through the femur into the pelvis and into the floor. Good. Keeping your low back flat. And once you've got that down action, now draw that knee toward your shoulder. Try not to allow any curling or distortion in the pelvis, sacrum, or low back area. So it doesn't take a lot of force, it takes lots of attention. So pay attention to that action, please. And then if I were you, I would consider maybe rotating while keeping that same action, just so that I can work out any kinks. 10, yeah, you got it. 9, thank you. 8, thank you. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Thank you. Step both feet to the floor. We're going to do some sacrum work here, some balancing work. It's not very hard, but it is, again, very detailed. So please do your best effort. Make your best effort to feel this, okay? Gently draw the knees in, keeping that low back on the floor as best you can. And I want you to push the knees away, but then resist using your knees. So I'm going to go this way, my knees are going to go that way, and we're going to be in an isometric stalemate. Engage your core. So you're not trying to win or lose, you're trying to learn, okay? That's what you're trying to do. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Thank you. Grabbing hold of the knees right here. Our knees are going to try to go this way, but we're going to use our hands to resist. Isometric stalemate. Go. You don't need to go with all of your force. In fact, it's not indicated to do so. 15% is more than enough because we're just trying to learn here. We're not trying to win anything. We're not trying to avoid losing anything. Just educate yourself by being in that context. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Thank you. Gently, please, we're going to squeeze these knees together, like so. We're adducting them, but our hands are going to hold them apart. 15% of your capacity or around there is fine. Go ahead, squeeze the knees together, but hold them apart. And your intention is to learn, not do. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You've got this. 4, 3, 2, and relax, please. Thank you. Gently, please squeeze the knees together. So we are now trying to push them together, but our abduction, trying to open them up, right? Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale, hold, squeeze, and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, please. Big breath in, big breath out. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Allow yourself to feel that. Oh, thank you so much. Gently, please step this right foot to the floor. Cross this left ankle over the right thigh. Okay, we're going to go through some dynamic releases, but it's all isometric, so don't worry. Gently draw this right knee toward you. Now press this left leg into this right thigh. So my left leg is going this way, my right knee is going this way, and it's isometric. Got it? Good. Inhale and exhale. Hold there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Keep the same bind here. So the isometric activity is not going to happen on the right side anymore. It's going to happen here on the left side, okay? So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Draw up. And what you're going to do is you're going to push away with this left hand, but the left knee is going to try to draw toward. Isometric stalemate. Ready? Go. So this side is mildly engaged to create the platform, but all the isometric stuff here is happening. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Whoa. Very interesting. Thank you. Gently take this left hand, please. in front of your left leg. Draw in. Now, the left knee is going to try to open up, but you're going to try to hold it back using your left hand. 15% of your capacity, 20%, that's fine. Ready? Go. This is a stable platform. Isometric engagement on this side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Amazing. Stepping down. Let's go ahead now and cross. Let's make the work happen on this left side, please. So my right foot is going to be pushing into my thigh that way. My left thigh is going to be drawing toward me. 15%, 20% of your capacity. Lift and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Amazing, everyone. Thank you. This is going to remain a platform, but this time we're going to use our right hand to push this thigh away, but our right thigh is going to hug toward us. Ready? Push away, but hug toward. Begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Beautiful. Our right hand is going to try to pull this knee toward us, but now we're going to engage this right leg away. This stabilizes. Let's go. Right knee away. Right hand pulls toward. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Big breath in, please. Big breath out. Rock the knees left and right. Thank you. Gently, please take this left knee forward, letting the left heel be outwards. So now you can feel at the hip, right? We're rather severely internally rotating, which is not a bad thing. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. Go ahead now. Try to drop that right heel or leg on top. Thank you. What's going to happen is that we're going to try to lift that left leg out of it, but that right foot is going to hold it exactly where it is. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, go. Oh, and your bum will light up like a Christmas tree. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. This time, relax into it. See if you can let that work rotate further. Maybe slide that right knee down, stacking the knees. Please be careful not to pop anything out of any joint or anything, but allow this now to be a fairly passive release. Inhale and exhale. Soften through the hip. Feel like there's lengthening happening. Inhale and exhale. Soften as best you can. Visually, this is not a very dynamic class, but inside there's a whole lot happening. I'm hoping that you can feel it. It's not sweaty, it's not cardiovascularly challenging, nope. But inside we are making some quite detailed releases. We're making those releases possible at least. Listen for them, find their effect, and remember that is another way of working. And gently release there. Ooh, quite weak now because of the stretch. Good. Gently draw this right knee down, internally rotating at the hip, mindful of the knee always. Okay? We're going to try to lift that right knee up, but we're going to hold it back using that left heel. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and go. Engage. Whoa. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, please. Maybe slide the knee on top and see if you can passively allow there to be more release through this right hip. Inhale and exhale. I like that engagement and release activity because it tells you which muscles are being utilized, which muscles to focus on, and which muscles can then relax after we turn them off. Allow yourself to take that experience and more completely relax the systems in play. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Listen to me, please. Step that right foot to the floor. Keep that left ankle crossed over the right thigh. Relax everything. Big breath in, big breath out. Okay, another interesting compound movement here. This left ankle, right knee structure is going to try to move toward your right shoulder, and you're going to try to extend your hands through, under, or whatever you've got. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. But I want you to notice something. More than likely, all of us just curled our pelvis. And on this occasion, that's okay. So grab hold here, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Draw that right knee, left ankle toward the right shoulder. Got it? Good. Now what I want you to do is take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Hug in through the core and press that low back to the floor. Imprint like we practiced before. And you'll notice that increases the activity of stretch in the left bum. Go now. 10. Flatten that back on the floor a little bit. 9, 8, 7, 6. Thank you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathe. Relax your low back, but stay in that deep place here with this right knee and that left ankle and your hands. Try not to escape the deep place. Try to stay with it. Big breath in and a big breath out. I want you to imagine jumping into a swimming pool and actually going for a swim. The hard part really is getting wet, driving to the pool, or just having to change into those clothes. But once you're in the water, I think you're really happy that you're there. Allow yourself, please, to maybe experience that now. All the trouble of driving to the pool, changing, showering, it's all done. Right now, you're in the water and you're swimming. Inhale and exhale. Continue to hold and maybe pull a little bit. This activity. Get the work done in the pool. Forget about your back. Just feel that things are changing. Be comfortable with that awareness. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently release. Whoa, what an interesting pattern of release. You can ask the same question in so many different ways. And that question will be answered better or worse by so many different people. Your muscles are like that. You can ask them to relax, but are you going to ask them in a strong way, in a passive way, in a deferred way? All these different ways. And that's why we're exploring the different ways we can ask to relax. Gently, please, draw this right ankle across the left thigh. Slowly draw that left knee in, hug in. Awesome. Notice that your low back is just curled up. That's okay. Inhale and exhale. Press your low back into the floor as you try to squeeze that left knee toward your left shoulder. Keep going now. Keep going now. Keep going now. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, but keep squeezing that knee. Sorry, relax the back and pelvis, but keep squeezing your left knee toward your left shoulder. Stay in the context of the stretch. Remember being in that pool. You're already wet. You're already doing the lengths. You're already sweaty and maybe out of breath. May as well get as much work done as you can. Big breath in and a big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. Good. Way to control your breath, way to control your breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, please. Let your legs drift left and right to release. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. Thank you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the hard part. You see, when we inject force and direction, it's easier for us to relax in many ways, or at least some of us, because it means we're doing something that we know. When we don't know what we're doing or when we can't perceive it, it kind of stresses us out and prevents us from relaxing. Here, let me show you. Step that right foot to the floor. Lengthen that left leg long. Externally rotate it. Drop it down. Good. So this right foot is stepping down below the knee, and it's not active, but it's stable. This left leg, please, is externally rotating at the toes. And now I want you to deactivate that leg. Close your eyes and breathe into that left leg, asking it to settle. Now the problem is that you can't tell if you're doing it right, if it feels right, what have you. In the same way that it's very difficult to prove a negative, I am not an alien. It is very difficult to substantiate and maybe perceive that relaxation. So what I want you to do is spend some time doing so. We know what it feels like. Remember when we externally rotated and we lifted and lowered on our tummies and our backs and all those other times? Now feel how this sensation that you're experiencing, I hope, is quite opposite to that. There's a letting go. There's not a pulling, there's not a pushing, there's a letting go sensation. That the distance or the rotation becomes greater, not because you are pushing it down or pulling it down, but rather because as you relax, gravity is facilitating that additional rotation. Inhale and exhale, please. Continue to allow that left leg to externally rotate. Big breath in and a big breath out. Feel how it is different because your right leg is neutral. The left one is externally rotated. Feel maybe the hip. Feel how it influences your sacrum, that is the bony structure just above your bum crack, the base of your spine. Inhale and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, everyone. Gently and easy, please draw that left leg in, relax. Step that left foot, left heel, draw below the left knee to the floor. Extend that right leg long and then externally rotate the toes. Once you've actively done that, deactivate it and let it settle. This left leg is very lightly active. It is remaining stable so that your pelvis is neutral on the left side. But that right hip, that right leg is externally rotated now. Inhale and exhale. Try to perceive that release. It is not an easy one. You know, how do you describe colors to a blind person? How do you describe an opera to a deaf person? It is extremely challenging. You know, we need similarities. We need touchstones to create that understanding. And I've tried to facilitate that by showing you the opposite. You felt when the muscles were engaged. Now feel how they are 180 to that they're the black to the white of engagement. Feel like they are turning off because you're able to turn them off. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. Let it happen. Let it happen. Excellent. I've always said that awareness facilitates change, and that when we are looking to change things by growing in this class, I start with awareness, and I'm hoping that's what's happening for you now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thanks, everyone. Gently lengthen both legs. This is going to be very interesting because it ties together extremely well with our pelvis work. Okay? Lengthen both legs, take the heels together, and now if you would, go ahead with straight legs, externally rotate actively the toes as much as you can, and I want you to pay attention to your low back and your pelvis. Interesting, isn't it? Notice how when we rotate, it indirectly activates our low back and our pelvis. So if we're trying to gain more mobility, more suppleness in our low back and our pelvis, by addressing this external rotation, we can find another facet that will assist us. So please, as you actively externally rotate your legs, try to soften your low back and your pelvis into the ground, almost to the point of imprinting, but I would say not as actively. Not as actively. So as the toes continue to go out, relax your low back, relax your pelvis. The only action should be in the legs as you try to draw the pinky toes down toward the floor. Okay? See if you can get a sense of length through the low back, as well as soften that low back to the floor. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Listen to me. Relax the legs. Allow your low back to still be intentionally relaxing toward the floor. Relax the ankles, relax the legs. But keep that intention, that, I don't want to say activity, but the activity in your low back where you're trying to get it to let go. Keep that, okay? Keep that. Of course, it's easier when our feet aren't pushing down. But you wouldn't necessarily have been able to achieve this depth of release, this depth in your low back, without that rotation challenge first. So take advantage of the lack of rotation challenge by guiding that back down with your breath and your intention. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let go of the legs. Now let go of your intentions with the back. Don't do anything other than observe. Well, and breathe. Breathe now and just observe. I'm not asking you to actively relax. I'm asking you to actively observe. I'm going to hope, I'm going to suggest that maybe your low back has allowed itself to settle into a lower position because it has chosen to. That the default position that it's in is a little bit lower. That curve is a little bit more supple. Likewise, I'm going to suggest, and I'm hoping, that you have externally rotated your legs a little bit more than you would have at the beginning of the class because it chooses to. Not because you're making it, not because it's being watched, but you're observing it do it of its own accord. Can you maybe now identify if there's a sensation of length? I'm not telling you to put it there. I'm not telling you that it is there. But perhaps there's a sensation of length in your low back. We refer to it as sometimes an openness. Now, even if there's not this lower position, even if there's not this lengthening position, even if there's not even the lack of pain, the lack of restriction, I want you to maybe step back and consider that there's the presence of possibility. Because sometimes when people say, Chris, I don't feel that, that means I failed, I didn't do it right. Well, maybe you felt that it's not lower, but maybe there's a lack of pain or a lack of tension. I didn't feel that. Okay. What about the presence of possibility? I remember water skiing and being absolutely terrible at it. I got dragged along and I fell over face first. I never got up onto a plane. I was very young at the time. It's okay. But I felt that there was a possibility that I could water ski. The boat would take off and I felt like I actually could do it. I just wasn't there yet. I'm wondering if there is that possibility for you that's present. So if you did experience all those other things, I want you to maybe latch on to that sensation of possibility. We'll use the word pregnant. It's a pregnant opportunity. And we say that because that small thing, once birthed, grows into something really quite complex and amazing. Pregnancy is possibility. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. Thank you so much. You know, sometimes we do very big work, we do painful work, we do ball work, but I think the subtle work, it adds to our perspectives, it adds to our lives. Thank you so much for doing it with me. We'll see you again soon. Take care.